Hey guys, welcome back to my page, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. I am Mia, and I do just want to start by saying super sorry for not getting my second upload out last week, but needless to say, it has been a hectic time in my life. If you click this thumbnail, then you know we're moving. Now, this house was supposed to be a forever or a long-term home, but as you know, we make our plans and God says that's not what you're doing. So that's not what ended up happening. We bought this house maybe 2-ish years ago. We've done some upgrades, we've made it our own, and I absolutely love this house, but it is time to go. So when you walk into this house, you are immediately greeted with the large and cozy living room that I am currently sitting in right now. This is probably the most frequented room in the entire house, and I absolutely love what we've done in here. We did the blinds and we did the curtains first, and then we just updated all of the couches. Now, the couch that we got is similar to a couch that is at our church that we absolutely fell in love with, and the TV is also something that we had just gotten recently, and we don't really have a lot of wall decor. That was something we were getting into next. I am looking at different mix tiles. We love doing family photo shoots and stuff like that, so we don't really have a lot of wall decorations. We don't have a lot of like family photos and stuff like that around the house, and that's mainly why frames A are super expensive, B, printing large photos is also super expensive, and C, I kind of just haven't really gotten around to it. But moving on to what we call the kitchen nook, this is just our name for the second dining room space that we have. We call it the nook though because it is smaller than the other dining room. So instead of saying dining room twice, which can get kind of confusing, we call this one the kitchen nook, which is kind of connected to the kitchen anyway. So it makes it a lot more sense because the bar is also like in the area of room known as the kitchen nook. But this is probably one of my favorite spots to do Bible studies, especially in the morning when the sun is rising. We do have a beautiful waterfront property, so I can see the sun as it's rising. I can see the color of the sky as well as the water, and I can just set up at the table and do my Bible studies. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in the morning. But moving on to the kitchen, which is the heart of the home, probably one of the biggest selling factors for us when we bought this home. We had been looking so hard for a house. We could not find anything, and we found this house literally in the nick of time. It ended up being a house that someone at our church had flipped, and it all just was like so crazy how God worked everything out, how we got into this home. We did do some upgrades like the faucet. We added a cup washer, which honestly I wasn't even for the cup washer in the beginning, but now having a cup washer, I literally cannot imagine not having one because they are so cool. We also have an air fryer oven, which also like what? But it's super cool because we put everything in there. It gets super crispy and it's really big, so you can do like larger portions like for the whole family instead of having to do like little pots of stuff. So that's really nice. That's something I really love. I also love the way that we set up our coffee bar with the pumps and all of our like stuff just being in one space. I really love that about our kitchen. Now, stepping down from the kitchen, we have the dining room. Now, I also love just like the whole vibe of the dining room. I love the long table. It allows me to have crew where we have over 10 girls come so we can all sit together at the same table. I love the fireplace. It's actually real. We have a lot of wood. So setting that off, my aunt gave me a bunch of like scented like fireplace bombs that smell super good. So I just love everything about this room. I love being able to get all together in one space. The dining room is such a staple of this house. We use it so often. It just makes large gatherings so much easier because we have so much space. And this Easter, having everybody over, this past Thanksgiving, having everybody over, it's just been such a blessing to be here. The bathroom is conveniently located right off of the dining room, and then there's also the garage. Now we'll run back inside and heading upstairs. The first door when you go upstairs is the guest bathroom. Now, working our way around the house, we have the office. Now the office has moved literally in every single room except for the master bedroom, but this is the last room that we put it in, and it is my absolute favorite. I love the view, I love the size, I love the setup, I love everything about this office. I'm in here so often, and just everything about this room now makes it so much better. It makes it like just such a better place for me, like mentally, to be in. Moving into the next room, here we have our guest bedroom. Now this room also has a waterfront view, but my favorite feature about this room is the Bible sketches. I love the reminder that if we keep our eyes focused on Jesus, it doesn't matter what storm we're going through. If you guys have watched any of my videos, I talk about all the time keeping your eyes on Jesus in the midst of all your storms, and it's probably because I see this picture all the time. So it is not just a Bible sketch, it is so much more to see this picture every day. But moving on to the next room, this is what we call the vanity room. So this room is where my makeup bar is, where I keep like all of my perfumes and stuff like that. So it's kind of just like a catch-all for like my excess stuff. I also use this room to store my Poshmark clothes and to take pictures. So this room is kind of like twofold for that as well. Lastly, there is the master bedroom. Now, in this room, I absolutely love that there's enough space for a king-size bed, 2 nightstands, and there's still excess space on both sides. At our last house, we could barely squeeze the king in the room. There was absolutely no room for nightstands, but in this house, because it is a lot more spacious, we were able to get nightstands that fit with our bed, and I just really love the vibe of this room so much more. It finally matches the curtains that we got, which are the same all throughout the house. I really love having the ensuite in the room, and there's also a shower behind the wall, and it's kind of like shocking because when you see it, you don't even think like there's a bathroom in here. If you weren't like looking, you might miss it and just think like it's a closet door, but it's not. It's a full bathroom. So heading down to the basement, we have a full-size basement. Now this basement has enough storage for days. Clearly, we used a lot of that storage space. We, before this point, were, I guess, hoarders, and I just never realized. But in moving this time, we've moved like 3 or 4 times now in the past 5 years. It's done. All this stuff we are selling, so we're going to be packing this up into a trailer, taking it to the flea market. We have so much stuff to sell, and then we limited the stuff that we're actually keeping to the other side of the basement. We are going to be leaving the washer and dryer here, but there's also like a little space underneath the dining room here. So the basement is huge. Like, we're not even using that space because the basement is so big. Mind you, we also have full attic access above the main side of the house as well as above the garage and dining room side of the house. Now out back we have this huge pool, and then we also have this river. Can literally go all the way out to the Delaware River. We have some kayaks, so my sisters and friends have been down the river. I, however, am more of a pool girl, so that is why we got a huge pool. You will find me in the pool in the summertime. Outside of that, we also have the shed, we have the deck. We got a brand new roof like a month ago. We also got a solar system. I'm in solar sales, so obviously that was a necessity. And moving around to the front of the house, We also painted the garage door black, as well as the front door we painted black. That I think made a huge difference to the curb appeal, having the black roof that we put on, the black door, and the black garage door. I feel like it all kind of just like looks a lot more cohesive. I'm absolutely in love with this house. Staging it just made me fall even more in love with it. Doing this house tour made me fall more in love with it. But we are moving. The house is listed for sale, so definitely make sure to drop down below in the description, check out that link, share it with your friends. If you like this video, make sure to comment a little backpack emoji. And if you like this style of videos, if you like more personal videos, it's definitely not something I do very frequently on my page, but if you do like this style of video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my page, and make sure notifications are on, because at a minimum I post 2 videos a week. But until then, be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time.